Hello, church. This is just a quick update video to let you know. A couple weeks ago, we went on an elder retreat, me, Bracken, and Buck, to Bracken's parents' river house on the Brazos. We had a great time of rest and kind of thinking about vision for the future. And one of those particular things came up was we decided to go ahead and grant Pastor Buck a 10-week sabbatical starting this week, June 7th, and going all the way till August 16th. So basically the length of this summer. So just some information for you, some background here. Our bylaws actually say that a sabbatical can be given to any pastor after 5 years of continuous service. And Buck's actually been serving in this particular role for 7 continuous years at Grace Church. He's actually been here longer as a pastor, but took a break, was gone, and then came back. But he's been serving more or less in the same role he's in for 7 years now. When a pastor takes a sabbatical, what he's doing is he's stepping away from his responsibilities, pastoral responsibilities, any staff responsibilities for a set period of time. And so we want you to know that Buck will be available if there's some emergency, but for general care needs, for any questions that you have, we want you to direct everything to Bracken or I, so he can really disconnect, unplug, and rest. Buck's going to give you some more details about his purposes and his plan for his sabbatical.
Some specifics about the rationale and objectives of my personal sabbatical. I'll just cover a few with you. So it's a 10-week sabbatical, as Drake mentioned, starting this coming Monday after our church service, and then going through August 16th. And during that time, Nancy will feel like she's on sabbatical as well. We'll be doing it together. She'll still want to serve in nursery as needed, but we'll both have time to pray, to study, to read hopefully soul-refreshing books. We have a list that we've already compiled and looking forward to purchasing those books and spending time not just reading alone, but reading together. There'll be times visiting family out in the Lubbock area. So we'll enjoy traveling up there. My son and his wife have a business called Swim Kids Waco. In fact, some of your children are already signed up for swim lessons for the summer. So with Courtney being heavily involved in that, Kyle, for the summer, will be babysitting our 2 granddaughters. So I'm going to assist him in spending time with our granddaughters and with my son. And if they need someone to be a swim coach for a day or so, I can always fill in. But I'll look forward to times like that to be with family. Also, hopefully we'll take a little getaway, a vacation, which will be fun for Nancy and I. We're not sure exactly where we're going to go, but we'll plan something probably in the month of July or early August. We want to reconnect with some of our longtime friends that we haven't had an opportunity to talk with, or at least in person. So now that quarantine is not as localized as it has been, we feel we can maybe move beyond Waco and drive to some of the areas to visit some of our friends. But I wanted to conclude by saying that, as you can imagine, being a pastor and really in any area of profession, there's a 24/7 mindset that goes with it. I'm always thinking about you, always thinking about people, always thinking about those that we can reach with the gospel. My mind never shuts off. Drake as well, Bracken, and each of you in a variety of ways. And so a sabbatical provides an opportunity to unplug from those responsibilities and duties, certainly not unplug for praying for people or being available with the gospel as the Lord provides opportunities, but a time where we can feel a refreshment, a time of rest from that 24/7 mindset. I'm not quite sure how to transition into that, but the Lord will show me, and I know the pastors will be praying and encouraging me. Nancy will be right there with me, so we'll work on this together. So we are looking forward to the sabbatical. And I want to just let you know that when I first came back to Grace Waco from Grace Hewitt, I thought I was going to be coming in to help Drake and Bracken learn to become pastors, to train them, to equip them. But what I learned very quickly is the Lord had already prepared both these men with the giftings that he had given them, with their previous experiences in ministry. And we hit the ground running day one back in June of this past year, the 3 of us together. But I quickly observed that these guys didn't need a lot from me except support, prayer, and loving encouragement, which I'm glad to provide. We do that for each other. So I am fully confident in their abilities as pastors and elders while I'm on sabbatical. And certainly along with our deacons and our CG leaders and other ministry leaders, God has provided a very mature, healthy, united church body that will continue to press on by making Jesus known in the church, in the city, and in the world. So that will not be held back in any way by my being apart for 10 weeks. In fact, God will accelerate that in many ways, and I'll come back and celebrate that with the body as well. So thank you again for allowing me to do this, and I'm so thankful for Drake and Bracken and their friendship and being teammates, and I know that God has got his church in good hands.
And if you have any questions regarding the sabbatical, please direct them to me or to Bracken. We'd love to help you think through this. We think that Pastor Buck has, by God's grace and God willing, a long future with us going forward at Grace Church. And so we want to make sure that he has vision and rest so that he can step forward into that new place soon. So thanks, church, and we'll see you on Sunday.